Don't hold your breath, but this week's movie, Last Breath, might be another good movie this year. After some real cinematic turds lately, it would be a breath of fresh air to have a movie to recommend to you, the audience that takes my breath away. Okay. Breathe a sigh of relief because this is a last breath for all these breath puns. Let's do this.
In a world where the number of movies available is great, but many are so bad, you'll learn a new definition of hate. One man sifts and reviews through the movie sludge. One man will be the movie cop, jury, and judge. He goes by many names, but you know him by Movies Merica.
Hey everybody, welcome everybody to this latest episode of Movies Merica Live. I, as always, am your humble host, Van Eberts, and I want to welcome everybody here, especially my movie maniacs and my fellow freedom-fueled film fanatics. You guys know who you are. And so we are going to be going over Last Breath here today. Here's the new Woody Harrelson movie. Woody Harrelson, as you know, we've seen him in so many movies. Now, of course, I first saw him way back in the day in the TV show Cheers, where he played the imaginatively named character Woody, in that show. And then, of course, he went on to find fame by starring in movies like White Men Can't Jump and Natural Born Killers. So, and then that just basically just leapfrogged him to becoming a big Hollywood star. So his latest, again, is Last Breath here. And this is like an action adventure, crisis thriller movie, that kind of thing. And so what it is trying to do is basically it's trying to get you invested emotionally and mentally into saving the life of a particular character in this. In this case, the main character, not the main character, but the character they're trying to save, his name is Chris Lemon, or Lemons, I believe his last name is here. And this movie, Last Breath, is based on a true story. So all this went down in 2012 right there. So it's kind of a movie like Deepwater Horizon or Apollo 13, in that it's based on a movie or an event that actually happened in real life. Okay. But hey, instead of, just trying to picture in your mind what this movie looks like based on what I'm over here yapping and all that, let's check out the trailer.
Diver 2 is on bailout.
I will come back for you.
Make sure I'm aboard.
Okay, in you go. Stay safe, brother.
Diver, in the water at 300 feet. Bell, do you copy? Comms check.
Comms check.
Slow your breathing down for me, okay?
You're pushing too hard.
Copy.
On the job now. Keep your focus where it needs to be.
Diver 1.
Begin equalization.
Trying to work my magic.
The thrusters have gone offline.
How many?
All of them.
The ship's moving. Get out of there.
Right now. Copy that.
A smack! There is no more slack. That's everything I've got. The ship's not drifting. Chris has become our anchor. That's never gonna hold.
Chris, on me.
What happens now?
Your umbilical, it's gonna snap. I will come back for you, but you have to get yourself back to the top. I can't rescue you if I can't find you. Understand?
Just make sure I'm aboard.
Where's our power?
Dead in the water. We're drifting out of control.
How much gas does he have left? Not enough.
We're gonna be too late. It's a body recovery now.
No, it's not. I'm not losing a diver today.
Duncan! Dave! I can't see you!
I got an idea. I have to take control of the ship manually.
If we make a mistake, we put the entire ship at risk.
Come on!
This isn't working!
You can do this, buddy.
I'm with you!
Incoming swell. Brace for impact. Now! Now!
Chris! Diver! Where are you?
All right. So, yeah, you don't have to just picture in your mind what the movie Last Breath looks like and what it's about there. That gives you the brass tacks, the overflow there, or, of the plot and that kind of thing. But, yeah, as you can see, so it's all about, we've got these deep sea divers, or what they call saturation divers, or SAT divers for short, where, as you imagine, you've got all these pipes that are underneath the ocean or in the ocean on the ocean floor that are providing energy, power, all that stuff, right, to various locations in the world. You had I was going to say the Keystone Pipeline, but that's mostly on land. But I'm trying to think of the one that was over serving like from Ukraine to Russia, and someone blew it up and that kind of thing. But anyway, pipes that provide oil, gas, power, whatever. It's not like they never go into disrepair. They do go into disrepair, and then you've got people that have to go down there, divers have to go down there and repair it and that kind of thing. And these pipes are at depths that you wouldn't believe, right? Depths where you just can't like just jump in the water and, hey, I'm just going to just start diving down and just swim really deep down there. No. If you do that, yeah, you're basically going to explode. All your internal organs are just going to implode, right? And so you've got to get in a diving suit and, compress and decompress and all that stuff, right? And so we've got Woody Harrelson. He plays Duncan. We have Simu Liu, who plays Dave. And then we have Finn Cole, who you may have seen in Peaky Blinders and the TV series Animal Kingdom. He plays Chris Lemons here, who is the guy that they're all trying to save. And they're all part of the same diving team, the same saturation diving team. And they're tasked with repairing, going down there. We're going down there with a big old tool belt and repairing stuff on the pipe and that kind of thing. So you thought, it was a tough gig, fixing your washing machine down in your basement and whatnot. Like, imagine having to get suited up in a diving suit and going, hundreds of feet down to the ocean floor and repairing something like that. So, get some perspective here, okay? You're not going that above and beyond right there. But then you have Chris, and as you saw there in the trailer, his umbilical cable gets caught up, and he can't make it home, or can't make it to the Bell. Bell's like basically a little HQ that they dive off of. Can't make it there. And he's being left behind because, as you saw in the trailer, again, I'm not giving anything away, the big ship, it has lost all their propulsion, right? And so they can't use the computerized system to keep themselves in one place in the ocean, despite how rocky the ocean is and all that stuff, right? So, and so they've lost that, and so now the ship is going this way, and Chris is going that way, and so it's basically that's the plot. That's I'm setting the table for basically what the movie's all about, and then now whether or not it's entertaining or not, I'll let you know here further on into the show here as we go on right there. But hey, we got my man Lindy Rigg right here says, well, I thought Last Breath was going to be a George Floyd biopic. Yeah. No, I think that's that biopic would be called Crack King right in there, or Fentanyl Funnies or something like that is what that would be there. But very good, Linda Rigg 87 right there. But you never know. Maybe that's what they were going to call it, but now thanks to this movie, they can't call it that. So they got to call it one of my ideas. Fentanyl Funnies or something like that. Crack King. the crack house rules, something like that. But good to see you here, Lindy Rig 87 joining us here, and thanks for reminding me that everyone can get in the live chat if they want. You can live chat with me on this show through Rumble or YouTube right there, and then I can get your chats up there on the screen right down there below there, if I actually remembered to do that as I'm going through the show right there. Not the best multitasker in the world, speaking of myself right here. So that's my disclaimer right there. If you put an awesome chat out there and you're like, why is this numbnuts not putting my chat up on the screen? Well, believe me, it's not personal. It's it's this old brain up here, so it's not what it used to be back in the day. So, but anyway, more last breath there, as I almost forget what movie what we're talking about here today. So I got thrown off by Crack King there and George Floyd right there. So which I don't know. It's George Floyd, the deity of the left right there, the god of the left, or one of the gods they pray to there. But this movie, Last Breath, it's obviously about a tense situation, and movies like this are always helped if you can get the audience to buy into the emotion of the movie with good, if not great, character development. Okay, if you can get the audience to to connect with those in peril, the emotional stakes make everything absolutely riveting. Unfortunately, I don't think this movie accomplishes that. All right, Last Breath didn't endear Chris, the guy they're trying to save. It didn't endear Chris and the crew to me. The crew, I'm referring to Woody Harrelson and Simu Liu. I didn't connect to them whatsoever. I mean, I'll say, they were affable, friendly characters, except Dave at first, played by Simu Liu. They portray him like what I would imagine Simu Liu is like in real life. He's this standoffish, kind of dickish kind of guy that, doesn't, acts like he'd rather spit in your face and shake your hand, that kind of thing. So he's kind of like that at first, and then Dave kind of loosens up and warms up and, doesn't try to be the coolest guy in the room or doesn't think he's too cool for the room. And and Woody Harrelson, he's the exact opposite. Woody Harrelson is very, very, down to earth and friendly and warm and all that stuff, right? Especially to Chris, because I think he sees Chris as a surrogate son of sorts there. However, the chemistry between Chris and his fiance and then him and the crew, it was just lacking for me. I think movies like Deepwater Horizon and Apollo 13 did this character development so much better. All right. Remember in Deepwater Horizon, I was on the edge of my seat hoping that Mark Wahlberg's Mike Williams character got out of the Deepwater Horizon rig, got off the Deepwater Horizon rig alive, right? And then when he does, spoilers for a movie that came out in 2016, when he does make it out alive and Mark Wahlberg's character is reunited with his wife and daughter as they run into his hotel room and run to him, and they all just collapse together on the floor and cry together there in the hotel room. Dude, waterworks, man. Waterworks, all right? Or speaking of Apollo 13, when you see the chute open up in the sky as the world waits to see if the Apollo 13 command module survived a re-entry, and then, you suddenly hear Tom Hanks' voice confirmed that they survived, right? Dudes, there isn't a dry eye in the theater when that happens, especially with the late, great James Horner's, movie score just soaring, over the events of the movie and that kind of thing. Last Breath, unfortunately, just isn't able to conjure up that same level of character connection and concern. The movie, it's just too clinical, just too cold in the same way we sometimes see in Christopher Nolan movies. As great as Christopher Nolan is in so many aspects of his movies, one of his weaknesses is that he's just not that great much of the time. Some of the times he gets it right, but much of the time he's just not that great at the non-technical stuff, like the stuff that doesn't involve an IMAX camera, right? He's just not good at the non-technical stuff, like establishing a convincing emotional connection. And Last Breath just drowns because of this exact same problem right there. So there we go. And oh yeah, love it right there. And we got Lindy Ring. Fent Floyd Can't Breathe. Oh yeah, I love it. So yeah, and that's amazing. Is like even even if even if they wouldn't have if what's his face wouldn't have had his knee on his neck and whatnot, it's like it's just like with the fentanyl, he still would have died. I mean, because I know I was one of the things I said is if you would have just got in the cop car and they would have just drove away, if he wouldn't have refused to get in the cop car and wasn't giving the cops a bunch of grief and wasn't I can't get in the cop car, and all that stuff, like I've always said, like, well, he would have just gotten to the police station and they would have just booked him, and he would have gotten into the jail cell, and everything would have been okay. He'd still be alive today. And then you hear about his toxicology report, like, nope, that dude would have been dead right there, big time. And yeah, thanks, Lindy Rig 87 for that. So yes, likes and follows are indeed free right there. So yeah, go ahead and hit that like button down there if you would. That's for sure. And also hit that subscribe or follow button, depending on where you're at. It could be called either subscribe or follow, but it costs you absolutely nothing to do that. Now, of course, if you've already hit the subscribe or follow button, well, don't click on it again, all right? Don't go above and beyond, all right? Don't click on it again, because then you'll unsubscribe or unfollow the show there. Don't want you to do that right there, okay? I want us to maintain our warm, close relationship right there, okay? There you go. And then also hit that notification bell down there as well, and that does exactly what it sounds like when there's a brand new, piping hot, fresh Movies Merica episode coming out of the oven right there. It gives you a little ding, 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 ding to let you know all about the episode there. And then also, if you aren't watching live and so we can't live chat with each other, well, no big deal. I mean, yeah, I would love to live chat with you live here. How many times can I say the word live? We could still communicate with each other right here. Okay. That's what the comments section is for down below right there. And you can comment to me, let me know, hey man, Van, you suck at this job or at this streaming thing. Or hey Van, you're pretty damn good at this. Well, very impressive. I'm very, very, very impressive, So, or, you can say, well, you're decent, but here's what you could do better. I always encourage constructive criticism right there. So, because I know I am not, at the A+ tippy top game of the streaming game. There we go. So you could definitely do that right there, because I want to hear from you and all that good stuff there. All right, and then also Lindy Rig 87, as I've mentioned him because he's in the live chat. He's actually got a show also. He's got several shows on Rumble as well. And so if you just go to Rumble and just search Lindy Rig there, then yeah, you'll see his accounts there, and you'll see his past episodes. And go ahead and give him a follow as well. And that way you can be notified of his upcoming episodes there, so you can check out his fantastic shows. I mean, he's got entertaining guests, he's got compelling content as well, great subject matter, all that stuff right there. So check that out. All right, let's get into more Last Breath right there, the George Floyd story. Okay. Now, one positive about this movie is Last Breath does an excellent job at driving home how isolated you are from the surface world once you're in a diving suit on the floor of a cold, dark ocean. And it does that through showing Chris getting on the ship. Okay, they're docked there, and he's getting on the ship. And then they show him walking through a maze of corridors to get down to the bowels of the ship. All right, no, not those kind of bowels. Disgusting. And then he also has to get into a compression chamber to compress first for 4 days, and then still has to go from that into what they call the bell to be lowered hundreds of feet into the ocean. Think we're done yet? Nope. Then he, along with another diver, in this case Dave, has to get into a diving suit and then jump from that bell down hundreds more feet to the ocean floor in complete darkness, okay, amid pressure that would kill you instantly in a very grotesque way, all right, very gory, all right. Now, there is zero light on the ocean floor, right? I mean, it's not exactly, you're going to walk in there, it's like a casino down there, like, oh, hey, there's all lights everywhere. Oh, my God, there's neon and halogen lights everywhere. Oh, no, it's dark. It's complete dark right there. And then you're on top of that, you're encased in a diving suit, only staying alive because of umbilical cables feeding you oxygen. Those cables, I mean, they could crimp or snap or get caught in something at any time. Hell, a shark could come by and chew them loose and disconnect you and whatnot. Who knows? Okay, so you never know. You're at the whim. All right, you're at the mercy of fate right there. It's a lonely, claustrophobic environment. You know, like being the only one not brawling with someone in coach on a Spirit Airlines flight with a bunch of fat chicks, all right? A very lonely, claustrophobic environment like that. So, and that should spell out why it's one of the most dangerous jobs in the world. Of course, as we all know, of course, the most dangerous job in the world is being on a film set with Alec Baldwin, but I don't mean to state the obvious. Hey, you make sure the gun's chamber is empty there, right, Alec? You got that? You got that? All right. All right, cool. Okay. But yeah, enough of that latest there from the movie Last Breath right there, okay? But you know what? Right now, actually, is when I would break up the show a little bit with letting you guys, or doing a little brew review time here. And that, of course, is when I go ahead and I review a beer, because I love beer. I love brew, okay? And typically you see me reviewing a beer here on every episode right there, because that's one of the calling cards of Movies Merica, is that I always do a brew review. Okay, that's what separates me from the 13,135 other movie review shows out there. Okay, you're not only going to hear whether or not you should go see a movie, you're going to get turned on to a bunch of good brew right there, but not on this episode, just because I'm doing this physical and mental fitness regimen called 75 Hard that I'm sure probably a lot of you have heard. And one of the no-nos in the regimen for that is you can't have any alcohol, so no boozy booze there. And so because of that, yeah, no brew review time, but I'm going to start doing that here again in about 3 weeks and get that on. And what a glorious day that'll be. But until then, what I can tell you about is some moich right there. Let me get that off of there, because that's the wrong one, and that's the wrong one too. All right, let's see here. Let's see if we can get the right one. And okay, yep, this is supposed to be it. Okay, yeah, well, I need to have a little talk. Right there. Okay. So what I'm referring to is the promo code is not whiskey. It's movies. Okay. But right there. And that is our merch that I'm trying to get to tell you about right there. It's our merch for the Movies Merica show right there, and other shows as well on the Till Dads Podcast Network. And so as you see down there at the bottom right, we got a Movies Merica t-shirt, and you can get it in other colors as well. Okay. But you can also get Movies Merica merch in other formats or other forms as well. Not just t-shirts. We got Movies Merica cell phone cases and shot glasses and pint glasses. And hell, you can even get yourself some Movies Merica yoga pants right there. Okay. So if you are so in shape for the yoga pants right there. Okay. So yeah, if you look like the Michelin Man, no movies, America yoga pants. I mean, come on, do the world a favor right there. And I hold myself to that same standard right there. Okay, you're not going to see me anytime soon in a banana hammock walking around on the beach going, "Hey, how you guys doing? Yeah, how you doing? I know. Get a load of this right here. Yeah, I know you. I know you like what you're seeing. No, I'm not doing that because I don't look like some underwear model, so I'm not doing that. So I'm going to hold myself to the same standard. Now, push come to shove, if you want to give me your money for some movies, America yoga pants. Well, okay, it's all good. It's all good. But again, in order to get to the Movies America merch, or to the site where you can get yourself some Movies America merch, you just got to click on the merch link in the description down below there, okay? And then put in promo code movies, in contrast to what the overlay says down there. Put in promo code movies, and you're going to get free shipping on that merch right there, okay? You don't have to buy a minimum amount of value of merch. You don't have to spend a certain amount of money to get free shipping or anything like that. You don't have to, you don't have to do like Amazon. You don't have to sign up for Amazon Prime for what, $15 a month or whatever it is for free shipping. No, all you gotta do is type in the word movies to get yourself some free shipping right there. Pretty sweet there, everybody. So get there and get that taken care of. All right. So do that there. All right. There we go. Okay. So let's do this here real quick. I just want to make sure we gotta dot our I's and cross our T's over here and all that good stuff there. All right. So now for some random thoughts here about Last Breath. But you know what? Actually, I'm on my last breath unless I take a drink over here. So this is hard work, everybody. This is hard work, slaving over a hot Movies America stove, all for you. Okay, so you can at least allow me to get a drink, for God's sakes. So I'm going to do exactly that. So hey, and that's your cue to drinky whatever you're drinking over there. So beer, whiskey, wine. Hell, maybe you're having some lemon lime meal like I am because I can't have a brew. It's killing me, man. But here we go. All right. Thank you for bearing with me while I do that. So, and hey, let me know in the live chat there. Hey, whatever you're drinking there, and it doesn't matter how boring it is. If you're just drinking some sweet tea or something like that, I ain't gonna make fun of you. I mean, hell, look what I'm drinking. And there you go, just some lemon lime water with some lemon lime Mio in there. But so, like I was saying before, I got some random thoughts about Last Breath over here, and let me do this. I want to show you something right here. We've got let's do that. So we've got a little Cliff Curtis right here, and Cliff Curtis is in the movie right here, and it's always great to see Cliff Curtis in a movie. I mean, if you see him, I mean, he's been in so many movies you've seen, and you may not even realize it. I mean, he's co-starred with Harrison Ford, Johnny Depp, George Clooney, Zoe Saldana, Denzel Washington, Bruce Willis, and on and on. And he's fantastic in Last Breath. He's like this no-nonsense, highly professional, highly astute ship captain who, at one point, just to make sure that the ship stays in one spot, it doesn't keep drifting away because the rough oceans are making or causing the ship to drift away from Chris there. He's at one point, him and his first mate there, they have to do like some white knuckle manual steering of this massive ship in rough seas. So they got to like manually like control the propulsion and all that with these little knobs and that kind of thing in this. And they're got to 27 degrees full rudder or starboard side. Just basically just simultaneously trying to steer the ship and all that. It's very, very impressive right there. But yeah, I mean, you see like Cliff Curtis, he's been in, Training Day with Denzel Washington and Three Kings with George Clooney. He was in Crossing Over with Harrison Ford. Also, he's been in multiple movies with Harrison Ford. He was like in 6 Days, 7 Nights with Harrison Ford. Been in a bunch of movies. Training Day, I've always he always has that saying like, oh, I'm always getting love from the homies. It's like Alonzo. Oh no, that's why I never shake his hand. Okay, he don't respect nada, like he's about, it's it's hilarious. Just his accent, that he's trying to do in Training Day right there. But he's actually from New Zealand, but in Training Day he's supposed to be like Latino. But that's a great thing for Cliff Curtis, is that he's so versatile the way he looks. He can play, he can play Hispanic, light skinned black. He can play, a Muslim. I can play a number of different characters right there, and that kind of thing. Now, as you see right here on this Instagram post, you see this Baker Bone. Apparently, he basically, whoever this person is, he's like, why does Hollywood insist on forcing New Zealander Cliff Curtis to play every brown race on the planet? And of course, I'm putting it here like, well, what color should they have him play? White? Black? Maybe have him play a Kenyan marathon runner? I'm glad he's just getting work right there. So it's like, come on, like, what's he supposed to do? Like, he looks a certain way. He should be able to parlay that into getting all kinds of roles and that kind of thing. So like, yeah, I don't get that. What should he play? A pale skinned, white, red haired Irish priest? Come on, like, what the hell? We're not gonna ask Ethan Hawke to play some black gang member. All right, I mean, it's like, are people complaining like, why do they always have Ethan Hawke play white guys? Just amazing right there. But another random thought I have about Last Breath is credit to this movie for not faking the diving sequences and ocean scenes. I mean, they did all that for real. Matter of fact, that's one of the reasons Simu Liu took the job, because he was going to get to learn how to dive. And again, he plays Dave in the movie, the co-diver, I guess, to Chris and Woody Harrelson, Woody Harrelson's Duncan character. This just wouldn't look as captivating, to be quite honest, if they did it all with green screen. If they took a cue from Marvel or DC and are like, let's just do everything in front of green screen, or mostly everything in front of green screen, it just wouldn't have looked as good and as realistic right there. They basically did it like James Cameron does. James Cameron loves the ocean and being in the ocean, particularly at very deep depths. If I can say that correctly, deep depth, especially with James Cameron, in his movie like The Abyss and Titanic, and the last Avatar movie. He filmed all that in real water conditions in the ocean and in tanks and that kind of thing. Look up like the making of The Abyss, because that movie, they filmed that movie back in '88, because that movie came out in theaters in 1989. And just look up just the making of The Abyss, and just how hellish that whole filming of The Abyss was and that kind of thing. So just very captivating. Now, don't do that until after this episode right there, because I want you to have a one-track mind and stay laser focused on this show right here. And, so just the fact that we had at least one actor here, multiple actors in here, had to do the diving for real. It shows you that sometimes actors do things that are very impressive. I mean, not always on the scale of a Tom Cruise, who you see like, hanging off the side of, airplanes in midair, or jumping motorcycles, off of a cliff or anything like that. Not that impressive, but still impressive. I mean, it's still, something to not shake a leaf at or anything like that. So, but there we go right there. Okay, so, all right, let's do this here real quick and switch things up a little bit there in this show by me. Well, there we go. I'm going to get that. It's like some lint there on my microphone right there. Okay, can't have that right there. We run a professional show here. We have a well-oiled machine here at Movies Merica Incorporated right there. Okay. But I do want to take a few minutes here to just let you know of a great sponsor that we have. And I'm not talking about some boring sponsor, all right? We don't have like something like a catheter company sponsoring this show, or, hey, we've got these great cotton balls I'd like to sell you. Like, no, that's boring stuff right there. That's sleep-inducing stuff right there. No, we have a very, very exciting product sponsoring this show, and that is Flip City Magazine. And what that is it's a humor magazine. It's a funny magazine, all right? Just remember like Mad Magazine and Cracked Magazine back in the day. You know, you could open up a Mad Magazine, you'd see Alfred E. Newman in there and doing his What Me Worry thing, and you'd read the magazine and you'd be like, oh my God, Alfred E. Newman. Oh, you just so crazy. Just coming with the comedy all the time. Oh my God, hilarious. You know, but now, unfortunately, you can't count on Mad Magazine and Crack Magazine to be funny because, unfortunately, for them, I guess for us, because we don't have Mad or Crack Magazine to read anymore, but the election of Trump pretty much broke all their brains right there. And so they have stage 5 TDS. And so because of Trump living rent-free in their brains, they decided to stop being funny and instead dedicate their magazines to teaching you how to hate Trump and live a woke lifestyle. But not Flip City Magazine. Flip City Magazine, they've got one priority only, and that is to make you crack up, to make you giggle, okay? But instead of hearing it straight from me, let's hear it straight from the Flip City source.
I love Flip City. It has brought new types of badassery and integrity to the print medium.
Genuinely cutting, but also funny, and obviously just chaotic and very fun.
All right. So, yeah, that is some Flip City right there. So, I mean, that should just have you all pumped up and ready for some Flip City action right there. And so, right now, as you see down below right there, if you go down to the description and click on the Flip City link, that is going to give you the opportunity to subscribe to Flip City Magazine right there and just entertain yourself with Flip City Magazine. Multiple issues of giggle-worthy material there. And also, as you see down there, if you put in promo code MOVIES, you're going to get 10% off your order of the best non-woke comic around. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I would not ask you to do anything I haven't done myself right there, okay? And let me prove that to you with a little Flip City. Let me... Right there you go. Check it out. The miracle that is Flip City Magazine. Isn't that sweet? Look at the gleam off that. Ooh, so shiny. And you got some good artwork right there. So excellent. And just imagine you're just sitting there having a bad day and you can just kind of flip through your Flip City Magazine, checking out all the good, great content, all kinds of good stuff right there. And Karen Extreme. Love it right there. So, yeah, grab yourself some Flip City Magazine there, everybody, all right? Or if you already subscribe, grab a gift subscription for someone that you care about right there. There you go right there. Okay, let's move on here with the Flip City or with the rest of the show there. If I can get my ducks in a row going on over here, absolutely. And so we've got the Movies Merica spoiler warning show this week, all right? I want to let you guys know about that. Thursday night, as always, got Movies Merica spoiler warning. That's my other show I do during the week. And that comes on at 7 Eastern Thursday night, 6 Central, 5 Mountain, and 4 Pacific there. Again, on Thursday night there, and that is the spoiler-heavy version of Movies America. And so for this week, obviously, since I'm talking about Last Breath here today, well, then on Thursday, I will be talking about Last Breath again. But that on that show, it will not be spoiler-free, okay? I will be getting very, very spoilery with that. And that's where I go more into a deep dive. I bust out the scalpel and do a little autopsy on Last Breath in this case. And hopefully some folks have seen the movie, okay, by then, and they're willing to join the show and discuss Last Breath with me, or even if you haven't seen it, join the show, for a couple minutes and whatnot, and live chat with me about whatnot. Okay, it doesn't have to be about Last Breath. We can talk about any movie that you want to talk about, or hell, anything. You know what? This is a live stream. All right, we're not regulated by the government or anything like that. You can talk about whatever you want in the live chat. Mix it up, have some fun. All of that good stuff right there. So, or another solid you could do for me that costs you absolutely nothing is you can actually fire up the show on Thursday night, like just fire it up in Rumble or YouTube, and then mute it, because understandably, you may not want the movie spoiled there. I mean, probably most of you, understandably, don't want the movie spoiled, but maybe you still want to help me out with watch minutes on Rumble and YouTube, the number of minutes people watch the show. So yeah, just all you have to do is fire up the show and just hit the old mute button, and it'll seem like you're watching the show, but you're really not. There. And then after you watch the movie, hey, you can watch the recording of it and all that good stuff. And again, the main theme, the biggest thing is it costs you nothing right there. Okay. All right. So, and another staple of my Sunday show is I always like to warn you whether or not a movie is a woke after school special. Okay. Now, do you guys remember after school specials? Back, they were kind of more of a thing of like the 70s and the 80s, where, you'd come home after school, hence the name After School Special. And these would be like these corny, sappy shows that would be created to try to prevent kids from, doing things like, getting in a car with a drunk driver, or smoking cigarettes, or having premarital sex or something like that. And so that would be an after school special. It'd be very, very corny. And so, again, this is like back from the 70s and 80s and that kind of thing. But nowadays, in the last, 10, 15 years, we've had the assimilation of Hollywood into the woke Borg. And it's probably been even longer than that. But so because of that, we've had a lot of film creators where entertaining you has been priority number 43, but teaching you all about woke has been priority number 1. And so they don't create a movie, they create a corny woke after school special, okay? And so I like to warn people whether or not a movie is not really a movie, but rather a woke after school special. And so in the case of Last Breath here, is Last Breath a woke after school special? Not at all. I am happy to report, not at all. This movie, it just tries to entertain you, okay? Well, it tries, okay? I mean, trying to plop in woke into a movie always comes off as sad, desperate, preachy, and awkward. It's really just, it's so... it just looks like you're trying too hard right there, and people see right through it, okay? Now, multiply that by 100 if they would have tried that weak sauce crap in a movie dealing with this particular subject matter. Plus, I don't think an actor like Woody Harrelson would have put up with that and never would have signed on to this movie. Now, Simu Liu, on the other hand, from what we all know about him off screen, he likely would have offered to do the movie for free for a shot at being in a movie where he gets to sermonize and lecture about his beloved Church of Woke. So just look up some articles about Simu Liu, the actor, in real life off screen right there. And he'd be like, you'll be like, oh my God, Van, you're absolutely right. Oh my God, yeah, you are on the mark on that in that assessment right there. Okay, so let me allow me to just mention to you or let you guys know that if you guys are appreciating what I'm doing right now, warning you not to go see a movie or turning you on to go see a movie. And also warning you whether it's a woke after school special. If you appreciate that enough to, maybe throw a buck or two my way, by all means, you can definitely do that. And allow me to share with you how you can do that. Very easy. It's very easy. So if you're checking me out on Rumble, all you have to do is down in the live chat where you type in your live chat message, you just got to click on the button with a $sign on it, and it'll just ask you how much you want to donate, and that's it. Very simple, very easy. Okay. Now, if you're checking me out on YouTube, okay, then it's going to work very similarly to that. Okay. Down by where you type in your live chat message in YouTube, just click on the button with a $1 bill on it. And again, it'll just ask you, hello, sir. Hello, ma'am. How much would you like to donate to this knucklehead? And then, it's not going to speak to you. I should probably clarify that. All right. It'll just ask you on the screen how much you want to donate to me. And again, that's all there is to it. Very easy peasy, lemon squeezy right there. Okay. Now that's only if you're compelled to do it. Okay. If you're not appreciating what I'm doing enough to do it, don't do it. I just appreciate you guys checking out the show, particularly getting in the live chat and checking out the show there and doing all that right there. Hey, speaking of which, we've got Beyond Formal joining us on the show right there and blessing us with his presence right there. Appreciate that. And Beyond Formal, he's also got some great shows on Rumble as well. It's a very complicated process. In the search window in Rumble, just search Beyond Formal, and there you go. You'll see, his results there. You'll see his past episodes and his upcoming episodes as well. And he always does a bang up job. He's does these very intriguing man on the street episodes where he goes around and asks men and women on the streets about various topics and that kind of thing. And then he also goes over things like politics and hot button topics of the day. It has great guests and that kind of thing. So fantastic content. So check that out right there. So there you go. All right. So what are we up to now here on this show right here? Well, we're getting ready to wrap it up, everybody. It looks like right there. I mean, boy, does the show go so fast. I mean, it seems like I just started the show, but you got to wrap it up. I'm sure we got all kind of things to do with our day and all that stuff. But my final thoughts about Last Breath is, honestly, I really wanted to be able to tell you that this is a movie that you should go and check out at the theaters, but really, it's not quite good enough to check out at the theaters. They're just not quite in that neighborhood of excellence or anything like that. So save your $10, $15 and don't bother jumping in your jalopy and getting up off the couch and going to check out this movie. This is a movie that you can really wait to check out, on Hulu or streaming, whatever, that kind of thing, or hard copy or whatever, that kind of thing. So, and because I would recommend watching instead of this is a couple of movies I already mentioned: Deepwater Horizon, Apollo 13. There's also that movie 13 Lives. I think it's on Apple there, but I think you can find it elsewhere as well. 13 Lives. That's another movie that involves diving. That's the one where all the kids get trapped in some caves in I think it's Indonesia or Sri Lanka or some country like that. And then Viggo Mortensen and Colin Farrell and some other actors you might know, they have to go in there and they have to go into these caves and dive through all these caves and save all these kids. 13 Lives is what that's called. So 13 Lives, Apollo 13, Deepwater Horizon, disaster movies or crisis or catastrophe movies. Those are better movies than Last Breath right there. But so that is Last Breath for this movie or for this episode of Movies America Live. And real quick here, just let me remind you, hey, if you would follow me on the various platforms that I'm on. I'm on X under @MoviesAmerica. I'm on Gab. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Rumble, all under @MoviesAmerica there. And then, of course, if you follow me there, let me know via DM or direct message on X and let me know, hey, Van, I followed you on this platform. I followed you on that platform, and I will follow you back, all right? Because, first off, it costs you nothing to follow me, and it costs me nothing to follow you back. So it's the least I could do for you following me right there. And then also, send the links to this episode or the links to past episodes or the link to my accounts on X and Rumble to anybody that you even suspect would be interested in this stuff right here, because there's a lot of people that like movies, okay, and they want a dependable show they could watch that gives them the brass tacks as to whether or not they should go watch a movie or not. And also, even more importantly, warns them whether a movie is a woke after school special or if it's actually, an entertaining movie, okay? Because it can't be both. It can't be a woke after school special and an entertaining movie. All right, it's either one or the other right there. Okay. All right, so enough yapping about everything from me right here. Again, just want to thank everybody for checking out the show, and particularly my good buddies Lindy Rig 87 and Beyond Formal in the live chat right there. But as always, with that, everybody, get out there, people. Those movies aren't going to watch themselves. See ya.
Hey guys, don't leave the video quite yet. Okay, I've got a popo. They're coming after me, and I don't have much time to tell you, but you need to like and subscribe this video right here, down below. It's right down there. It's just waiting. It's waiting for you down there, okay? And make sure you watch these videos over here too. You'll be doing me a big favor. I'm gonna be in handcuffs pretty soon. All right, thanks for watching.